Thank you for joining this webcast. The subject is the career counseling and the Illinois Shared Learning Environment Opportunities. And I'm Dr. Robert Holtz, and I want to thank Natasha Telger, who has provided these that we'll be looking at in this program, at least most of them. So we're talking about college and career readiness as an initiative of the Illinois State Board of Education, and in particular curriculum revitalization. And I want to mention that Linda King is the principal consultant at the Illinois State Board of Education, and that emphasis, of course, at the State Board of Education is on college and career readiness. Here's Linda's details, and she's glad to hear from you at any time. Part of this effort, of course, is the Curriculum Revitalization Project, and my particular involvement includes involvement with a website which features content from various educational and academic or instructional areas, but also a special resource area for professional school counseling. And that includes such items as school counseling resources, including a counselor's toolkit and information on licensure and certification as it comes up, and many other things. And very happy to hear from you with your suggestions and other things that might be on this site. Today's focus, the focus of this program, is on an exciting tool that's being developed for the state of Illinois as part of a group of other states. It's called the Illinois Shared Learning Environment, or ISLE. And along with these entities, the State Board of Education is assisting in providing impetus to the development of this open source learning resource. It's available to all educators, including professional school counselors, to assist other educators, students, and parents. So here's some important vocabulary that we have. You're hearing this all the time in the environment, in the school, professional school environment, and these are things we're going to mention very briefly in this program. ISLE is an initiative to create an open source infrastructure, a portal, in collaboration with national initiatives which include Shared Learning Collaborative, or SLC, Learning Registry, and Illinois is one of 5 states that are working in phase. It's all centered on the lifelong learner, everything from pre-K through grade 20 and beyond that, to indicate that there are resources for people who are learning at any stage. And of course, all human beings continue to learn throughout the cycle as long as they enjoy good health. Now, the goal of the ISLE project is to develop personalized learning for all students. And so teachers are going to be able to see easily the students' progress, and they can deliver more on the promise of individualized learning. And this is something that's been worked on for the last 30 or 40 years, and now technology is helping us to realize that. So they can share information and ideas online, have a one-stop or one login in order to get to the tools and the resources that are needed, and then it's boundless. It's on the World Wide Web, it's in the cloud, so it can develop resources, can use resources from around the world, from around the country. When students know how they're doing, and parents and teachers can see that too, then it seems that they have an opportunity to thrive. So we as career counselors are considering some of these areas always, and we want data so that we can help students to plan, and we want content. We want to be able to align to standards and help teachers, students, and parents understand that. We want to automate learning maps that show key concepts by content and grade, very useful tool, and have learning resources that are appropriate for each student. So kind of individualized programs, almost like a kind of individualized learning plan for each student, an ILP. Create individualized career and education plans for students, then is a core focus and goal of the program, and then providing the tools for course, college, and career planning for all students. Practicality. Today we have to draw from lots of different resources and different types of media that we have, and it's not as it can be now because we have the technology And the vision for the present and the future is to have this delivered handheld devices. Technology makes this available right now, and it is available in many sources throughout the world where you have open source courseware. And what we are looking at with ISLE is an increasingly sophisticated tool that is better for making it available to teachers and to us as professional school to help those teachers and students. So teachers have challenges, as we do, and here are some of them. And then the technology is going to help to meet those challenges, and the more that we as professional school counselors understand what the technology is and how it can help to meet the challenges, the more useful we can be and the better careers we can have as counselors. The technologies are the facilitating element. They are not the key, the driver. The key is going to be focusing individual lifelong learner and her or his needs and environment, and how that can best be served by the educational professionals. So here's old technology. The laptop is on its way out. It still is going to be useful for many things, but especially for setting up and programming some of the things that are on handheld devices. Here's the vision for the future, and for now you're going to be able to have very portable things, including handheld and perhaps even those things that are like wristwatch band type devices that are be useful. For example, in giving information about what kinds of student organizations a student might be considering. Here's something that might be useful on a screen, a dashboard that you might be able to see, and also student and parent dashboards with regard to academic progress, personal education and career plans, recommended resources, badges, which have to do, of course, with the type of work keys technology that's going to be increasingly important in the state high test exams, learning exams and learning measurement, and hooking up people with mentors and good learning environments. So it's all focusing then on career development, and it's an idea of broad range of learning and activities, really liberated from the classroom in many ways, although classrooms will always be with us. But it's going to be a mixed model, something that will probably be both and, not either or, and not neither nor. But ultimately the career development applications will integrate with learning maps, dashboards, course builders, and other tools used by students, parents, and education workforce professionals, including things that right now we have not even thought about. For example, implanted chips that might be used in order to feed information directly to the student without actually passing the senses. That's really not too far in the future. So we're talking then about some things that already exist, including open educational resources, but increasing those. And these exist from universities around the world, open source universities, and will be increasingly available on the cloud, in the cloud. So internet-based cloud materials, cloud-based materials, meaning that one can access things from a vast series of mainframe or micro mini computers, the servers that will provide the information, courseware, learningware, software, whatever, without it actually having to be resident on physical machines. So questions about the development of these materials on ISLE, who is going to use it, what are they going to do with the tool, and that's not really clearly evident right now. And your help, as our help as professional school counselors, can be really important in helping to find out what the utility, the practicality of these tools and this technology will be. There are going to be some challenges and risks. Privacy is one of them, and copyright is another, but this is the wave of the present, because this technology is going to be available shortly, talking about 2013, talking about 2014, 15 fiscal years as having a lot of this stuff available. Sometime in the future that'll be perfected. So, and it'll be a process of continual development, of course. So now, for you, how do you feel that ISLE might impact your career as a professional school counselor? And what would you need from the system to help your practice? And any other things that you would like to suggest or comment, you're very welcome. So there'll be a link in this particular webcast program to provide feedback information to me, and of course you're very welcome to contact the principal consultant who is working with the professional school counselors, Linda King, and her information is on the opening view of this webcast. And thanks for joining us today.